Hi, this is Trepacer. Welcome to my film series reviews, Volume 9. And in this series, I'm reviewing the Gamera films. I have 4 of them that I'm reviewing in the series. And this one is the 4th entry that I'm going to talk about today. And it's Gamera versus Viras right there. Viras, I guess. You can say it that way. And that's that creature right there. You can see that. There he is. Looks sort of like a bird and a octopus combined. Actually, this film came out in 1968, and in this story, the basic plot of this movie, it begins with a spaceship was a weird looking, looks like I think 4 tops spin together, like spinning around, and you hear a voiceover with the aliens talking about they want to, they're coming to Earth and they're going to conquer Earth. They have the most atmosphere like their planet, and they're ready to attack Earth. But of course, Gamera intervenes and destroys the vessel. But before the ship is destroyed, it basically broadcasts the message back to its planet, home planet, telling it, that Gamera is their enemy now, that they have to basically get rid of him if they want to conquer the Earth. Okay, and that's how the movie begins. And basically, then you go into the humans part of the story, where it's like a Boy Scout troop. They're out in the forest, and I guess the commander is thanking the sponsor for sponsoring the troop and everything else, and they're getting ready to have a roll call to introduce them because they're getting ready to go to a like an aquarium where they're going to look at a small two-man submarine that they have, the new submarine they have. But of course, our 2 main humans in the story are best friends, Maso and Jim, 2 scouts, Boy Scouts, and of course they're not there. They're off running off, as their usual want in this movie. They're a bit of, troublemakers, but kindly troublemakers. So they run off, and everybody's looking for them. And then you see them there at the submarine. You see the scientists putting the finishing touches on the submarine, and they go off. And then Maso and Jim sneak in, and they actually get into the submarine, and they actually reverse everything because Maso is kind of like a tinkerer with electronics. He's really good at that. And what he does is he decides to reverse everything. He switches everything around, so when they want to go forward in the sub, it actually will go back, and when they want to go up, it'll go down. So they do that, and then of course Masio's sister is one of the troop leaders, and she, when Masio is missing, and Jim, she recalls them they have like a Dick Tracy kind of transistor radio, and they call them back and say, "Come in, you have to report," and they report back, and then they find out. After a bit of scolding, they find out that they're going to visit the aquarium and do the 2-man submarine thing. So first, of course, this first scientist, him and the scout troop leader, they go in with the sub to test it out before they let the Cub Scouts have a try at it. But of course, when they try to go forward, it goes backwards, and try to go up, it goes down, and they think that it's not working properly, that something's wrong with it. But Masio and Jim decide to volunteer. Say, "Listen, let us go." They volunteer, and their sister said, "Well, he's a good tinkerer, electronics, so maybe he can figure it out." So they actually let him go, which is kind of nuts. If the sub is not working right, they let these 2 young boys get in it anyway. So they get in it, and then of course they know the proper way to go. They go when they want to go forward, they go back. So it's it's funny, and the scientists are stunned that it's working and stuff. But anyway, the next thing is they run into Gamera, who's just chilling out underwater, okay, and with them, and they do a little race. They race with Gamera a little bit. They take pictures and stuff, of course. And then, of course, this is when the aliens decide to come back and kind of trap Gamera in a force field thing, which he can't really get out, and the boys are trapped there with him. But Gamera manages to actually lift the force field, believe it or not, enough to let the boys escape, and the boys go off. And the aliens, basically trap Gamera, and the boys escape. And that's when the aliens discover that Gamera has a weakness. They're trying to, they scan him, and they discover that he has a weakness. And before he escapes the force field, they just because I think they even say it's only supposed to last like 15 minutes or something like that. But they discover that Gamera has a weakness. He likes young kids. He likes young, he's a soft spot for kids. He's a friendly turtle towards kids. a special soft spot for that, so they decide to kind of use that. Okay, the aliens come down and they capture Jim and Masio, and they basically threaten to kill the boys. And Powerless Gamera basically comes down and lands, and they attach this device to him and basically control him and make him do what they want. Okay. Meanwhile, the boys at the ship, and like I said, remember Masio's he's a tinkerer and he knows how to screw around with electronics. So they after the capture, they actually manage to escape, and they are aboard the ship. They decide to actually to play kind of reverse things. So that way, when the aliens use the mind control on Gamera, it actually will tell him to do the opposite of what they want him to do. Okay, and they manage to escape the ship, and then Gamera, they tell Gamera to destroy the humans, but of course he doesn't do that. He destroys the aliens, and basically that's to just I'm sorry, and of course when they discover that this is happening, the aliens who look like humans, the humans that are on the aliens that are on the ship, they actually I'm sorry, I forgot one part. The aliens, the boys on the ship, they discover this, the alien, virus who actually they think that might be a creature that that the aliens captured, but he's the head alien, the leader. Okay, and after the boys escape, the aliens, and they find out that Gamera is not under their control anymore. They combine and they reveal themselves to be miniature versions of this creature, and they combine together to make a big gigantic virus. And then they sorry, I had to do a little editing. My web camera cut off for a minute. Anyway, like I said, the aliens, that were look inhuman, that captured the two Boy Scouts and had them on the ship, looked humanoid. But like I said, once the kids had escaped and they found out Gamera wasn't, under their control anymore, they revealed themselves to be basically looking like miniature versions of Virus, or Viras, if you want to call them that, and they combined together to form a gigantic, virus to battle Gamera. And of course, like I said before, Viras looks like a combination of a bird and an octopus and squid, like that. Anyway, they do the battle, back and forth until Gamera does his thing and grabs Viras and takes him up to the upper atmosphere where he freezes, and then he drops him, and Gamera has saved the day again, once again. Okay, and like I said, this is the Gamera series. Like I said, they're kid friendly, of course. They always have Gamera teaming up with kids because, like they say in the movie, Gamera has a soft spot for kids, even annoying kids, and these kids in these movies are extra annoying to me in my face, but they still don't take away from my enjoyment of watching the giant monster and Gamera fighting. I loved Gamera, battling the giant monsters and stuff. So I would give Gamera versus Viras a 7 out of 10. Okay, it's a typical monster movie, plus the annoying kids. But I think these two kids combined, they were a little intelligent, and they managed to actually help Gamera in this case and not be a hindrance as much, even though that there is kids are Gamera's weakness, that they're his kryptonite, so to speak. Okay, anyway, like I said, 7 out of 10 for Gamera versus Virus. And like they had a little bit more of a plot, with the aliens coming to Earth to try to conquer it, because they were the most atmosphere was conducive to them, and they were going to do it, but Gamera stepped in and stopped them, and then they said, no, we're coming back. Okay, and Gamera had to stop them again, and then Gamera gets basically gets captured and mind controlled, and then the kids have to save Gamera, and then Gamera saves the day at the end. So it's nice little plot back and forth with that. So that was pretty good. Okay, so that's my review of that. Okay, next week I'll be reviewing another Gamera film, and hold on for a minute. I want to not adjust the camera. Well, adjust it a little bit. Hold on for a minute. Excuse that's editing on the fly. Anyway, next week I'll be reviewing Gamera versus Fuiron. Okay, there's the guy with a little looks like he has like a sharp, like a knife for a head. I don't know if you can see that. Gamera versus Fuiron. There he is. Sorry, once again, my camera cut off on its own. I didn't touch anything. Okay, but let me do this real quick to wrap this up before it cuts off again. Camera Gamera versus Fuiron. That'll be the next movie that I'll be reviewing next Sunday. So let me know what you think of Gamera versus Viras. If you've seen it, have you seen any of the Gamera movies? Feel free to leave comments down below. This is Trepacer saying so long and take care.